There's no good reason why this far into the Republican primary, now that we're transitioning into the convention, the general election, that I still expect anything more than hypocrisy from Trump supporters, but we're seeing it in the topic of Trump's funding, how he's going to actually fund his general election campaign. So he announced a week or two ago that he is going to be seeking massive donations. He's not going to be self-funding his campaign, which was a myth to begin with, and the Trump supporters just hated when I would point that out, that he was actually raising millions of dollars, and then would say that he's just self-funding his campaign, giving the middle finger to all of his supporters who give him actual money. They didn't like that. So now he's going to raise money from billionaires and corporations the way politicians always do. And you would think maybe that would undercut his, I'm a self-made man, I'm an outsider, I'm not going to play ball the way politicians always do sort of image. But of course it's not. And so BuzzFeed Politics talked to some of his supporters who said things like this. He had no choice now that he's in the general election. He has to. You're talking the difference between maybe, what was it? He spent maybe $100 million on his campaign of his own money. Now they're talking about $1 billion. That's an awful lot to spend. It doesn't bother me because Crooked Hillary, look at the money she's got from Wall Street. He's got no choice. What is he going to do? Fight with two hands behind his back? Yeah. If he actually cared about his principles, if he hadn't actually just been blowing smoke up your ass this entire time, he would do that. And by the way, it's a false dichotomy anyway. It's not he either takes money from billionaires or he fights with his hands tied behind his back. If you are to believe Donald Trump, he is a multi-billionaire. He says he has upwards of $10 billion. So he can both hold to his principles, not raise the money, and simply spend his own money, the money that he has fought so hard to get over the course of his life. Wouldn't that be amazing if he simply funded his own general election campaign? But he's not going to do that. Which means one of a couple of things. Either he doesn't actually have the billions of dollars, which I think is abundantly clear at this point, or he values his principles. He just doesn't value them as much as $1 billion. And for a guy that supposedly has all that money to throw around, you'd think it wouldn't be a hard decision to make. But of course, this shows that as much as these supporters have gotten some credit from the media for being independent, thinking differently about politics, and that the draw of Trump was supposed to be that he was a different sort of candidate, nope. At the end of the day, he's not going to literally put his money where his mouth is, as easy as it should be to do. Instead, he's going to raise money from billionaires and from corporations, and he's going to be compromised in exactly the same way that Hillary Clinton already is.